I started dating, and I've been wanting to talk about so much. It's crazy out there. It's literally crazy. I've already had some mad experiences, and I've not even been on loads of dates. But one thing I will say is that males are very confusing. Very, very confusing. They say that we're confusing. That's crazy.
So, does anyone else absolutely fucking hate dating in their 30s? Because I fucking sure do. Like, y'all need to fucking take care of your trauma. Because fucking I'm too old for broken boy shit.
Swear to God, if I have one more guy through Instagram, through whatever, try to strike conversations, try to make plans to go on a date, and I immediately come back with don't you have a girlfriend, don't you have a wife? And if they come back with one more time, things are complicated, things aren't going so well right now. I am just going to give the guy that's 40 years too old for me down the street who just brought me back candy from Europe a chance.
Semi-annually, I will give dating a chance, right? And I was gearing up to do that, but I have just been hearing so many things that make relationships sound exhausting, and I am already exhausted with whatever else I have going on in life. So I've decided that I'm just gonna let that happen when it happens. Because Lord.
One thing that scares me the most about love again is having to do it all over again with someone else. Getting to know them. Their interests, their fears, their anxieties, their friends, their family. And then having to do it all over again with a complete stranger. I don't think anyone talks about that part. And I think as we get into our 30s, it becomes increasingly more difficult to open ourselves up, especially in this world today where our attention is constantly being pulled to the next best thing. And relationships, for sure, are not easy. But that fear of spending years with someone, opening yourself up, getting to know them to their core, only for it to end all the same. And then having to do it all over again.
If I spoil myself and you can't spoil me, what are we doing? What are we doing? Every man that's trying to date me or be with me associates my name with money. That's exactly how I like it. I want you to think, damn, if I hit her up, I'm gonna at least spend a couple $100. Do I really want to? Do I have enough in my bank account to do that? Do you? Because if you don't, I promise you, I'm not gonna waste my breath.
Wow, everybody talks about going to Home Depot to find men. Bro, I tell you, you've never washed your car by yourself, single lady. I was the only girl there. Only girl at the car wash. Nothing but men.
Dating in your 30s is fucking hard. You wanna know why? Because the majority of people have fucking kids. They've probably been married like twice. They probably have like 2 baby mamas, 2 baby daddies. You know, that's cool, but I'm really just not trying to settle like that. Like, I want to build my own foundation. I want to build my own structure with someone who, you know, wants the same thing, who has the same qualities as me. I don't want any past baggage or any, you know, history that could affect my connection negatively. My biggest tip to know someone who has kids is to meet the other parent of that kid. See if they're willing to meet you. I'm only speaking in terms of like serious dating, you know, dating to marry. People be fucking lying, so meet the other parent, y'all.
Friday, I became exclusive with somebody. Yesterday, 2 days after we had that conversation. Yesterday, he sent me a message that he's been thinking about it a lot and he realizes that he doesn't see us together long term. And I was very excited because finally somebody actually liked me and put in effort. Over the first 3 months, took me out on very nice dates, treated me very nicely, And then he ended up doing the same thing that everybody else does. So, I'm emotionally drained. And I think I'm going to take a break from dating. Okay, bye.
The question of the night is, if you are a woman in your 30s, what is the oldest you would date and what is the youngest you would date? And if you are a guy in your 30s, what is the oldest you would date and what is the youngest you would date? Let's talk about it.
I was talking to this girl this weekend and she was telling me that she found her partner at 39 years old. As a single girl in her mid-30s, I think I feel really behind in life when it comes to the romantic aspect of my life. And when I hear women talk about finding love later in life, it makes me feel so assured that there is no timeline, that we've just made all of this up. So if you found love later in life, drop it in the comments and let us know because we need to hear it.
I'm convinced dating in your 30s is way worse than dating in your 20s. These 30-year-olds, they want to live like their 20s. Like they don't want to take any accountability. They don't want to grow up. They don't want anything more than their life. They want to live in the moment. Like, I just don't understand. They want to be taken out to nice dinners. They want the man to take care of them. Like, where are the women at that are independent, that want something for their life, that want a future, that want something more than just the now? Where are the godly women at? Where are the people that want a family? Where are the women at that want to make the home a peace for their husband when he gets home? Like, where are these women at? Because these 30-year-olds, they just don't got it. They just want everything what the world can offer them without any accountability and responsibilities to ever growing up. Like, please, put it in the comments. Please, please.
My dating life lately has been a little bit chaotic. I started going back to the dating apps and I was like, let's give this a try. I meet this guy, he seems great. He's 41, he has a good job, he is in a barbell club he goes to 3 times a week, he runs marathons, he takes Spanish lessons, seems like a really well-rounded, interesting person. First date, incredible. Lasted 5 hours and we sat at this window seat at a bar where we were next to each other instead of directly across from each other. So it made for really fun, flirty conversation. We were able to touch each other's arm when we're laughing. And it went great. It was honestly the best date I've had in a really long time. Second date, he cooked me dinner. And again, things were going really well. Third date, not as much chemistry. I don't know. It just felt like I planned this really adorable picnic for us. I made sandwiches. I brought my nicest quilt blanket. I had a cute picnic basket. And he was appreciative and it was, fine. But the conversation was just really boring. He talked a lot about his bone spurs and just health issues that he's had and didn't really show any interest in getting to know me. Kind of left that date feeling a little not really sure about this. Decided to go on a 4th date with him. It wasn't really a date as much as it was just being around each other. We ran errands together and again, I was zoning out because of the shit he was talking about was just what are you even saying to me right now? You're just telling, he goes on and on and on, but it's just about nothing. And not at any point did he try to get to know me. And so I was yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm all right. And so I sent him a text and I said, hey, I don't think this is the connection that I'm looking for. And he was I felt like I'd known you for so long. I really thought we were starting something special here and I like you so much. And I was how do you like me so much? You don't know me. You didn't even ask me any questions about myself. So I don't know. I'm just back to the drawing board because I kind of feel I just need to trust my gut that when something's off, it's off. And yeah, I'm not really sure which route I want to take. If I want to keep trying the dating apps or if I just want to naturally meet people in real life. Maybe a mix of both, I just think that it's difficult because I have a very busy life and to go get involved in things that'll put me in the same spaces as men that I would be interested in is just tricky because it's just another thing that I need to add to my plate and I just don't have the time for that right now. I mean, who does, dating as an adult is so hard. I just have so many responsibilities, but I really do feel ready for love and ready for connection. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
I have been single for 9 years. My last real relationship ended in 2017 when I was 27 years old. And I don't even feel like I was even really in love. Like, I don't even think I really knew what love was like in my 20s. And in my 30s, I've had like little situationships here and there. And even still, I was never in love and never felt like I could bring them home to my family and meet my mom or anything like that. But looking back on it now, I would rather be single than end up with any of those people that I used to be with. And it's just so crazy how much I really did have to learn about myself. And I truly do understand the reason why God has slowed down this journey for me of like settling down, because there was a lot of work that had to be done internally first. And the peace that I have now just by being by myself is unmatched. So it's like whoever tries to come into my life has so much competition with this little bubble of peace that I've built for myself. I have gotten past the phase of like feeling sorry for myself. Like, oh, I wish I had a man. Like, I have gotten past that. And sometimes the grass just looks greener on the other side. I know that some people in relationships probably look at me and they're like, God, like, you're so lucky to have this time to yourself. So it's like really just how you look at things. But it's just really strange just thinking that I'm 36, single, no kids. And I kind of getting to that point where I feel like I don't even know if I want any anymore. I've been having these conversations more with my family and just kind of opening them up to that reality, because I feel like for a second everyone was just like, oh, for sure you're gonna have kids. I'm not gonna rush into having kids just for the sake of having kids, and I'm not gonna rush into getting married just for the sake of being married. Decentering men from your life is the best thing that you can do, and just center yourself. It's no better feeling than pouring all of your love into yourself and investing in yourself and just making yourself better. And yeah, go on the dates, have fun, whatever, but it's not everything. And it's so crazy now because I've just gotten extremely, extremely picky. Like, I haven't found someone that I'm actually attracted to that I want to get to know. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just because I feel like I just have it so good on my own that I don't even want to risk this piece. If you know, you know. If you're in this type of position, you know that you're holding out for the best of the best, and you've learned not to settle, and that's why you've gotten this far. So anyone else that's in my shoes right now that's been single for this long, I see you.
My girls in their 30s who are dating, I want to discuss an ick, like a major ick that I recently discovered. And for men too, like, you should watch this. Like, don't do this, okay? I was on a date with a guy that I met in the wild. He asked me out, you know, just out and about. We were sitting next to each other. And the date was going great. We were having a good time. We were dearly departed, having like a little drink and a little oysters. And the conversation was flowing. And I don't remember what I was talking about, but I said something like, oh, you know, like when you're in your 30s, like we are. And he goes, you're in your 30s? Like, this man's was shook. He literally scooched back, like, you're in your 30s? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm 32. Keep in mind, this man was like 36, about to be 37. And I don't know if guys like think that this is a compliment to be like, oh, you look younger. I'm 32. I'm every day of 32. Like, I don't want to look younger. I'm not trying to look younger. So I don't know if that's what he was going for. But if he was genuinely shook, like, oh, you're in your 30s, and he's low-key about to be 37, how old did you think I was? Like, did you think you were asking out somebody that's like 10 years younger than you? And then my question is like, why? Because to me, my first thought is like, younger women put up with a whole lot more than I would. Like, I know in the past I put up with a whole lot of bullshit from men that I now looking back, I shouldn't have done, but I was younger and I was like, you know, stupid. I don't know, men, don't do that. If you think you're complimenting us, you're not. To say we look younger. I'm only 32. In the year 2026, 32 is really not that old. I'm still pretty youthful. At least I feel. And red flag if a guy is ever trying to date girls 10 plus years younger than him. Red flag. We want the fully developed prefrontal cortexes to be appreciated. They're hard earned. Thank you.